Welcome to Zenscope, where true stories unfold like never before. The story that we have brought in front of you today is not a fictional story, but is based on a true incident. There is a corner of America known as Maine. It is adjacent to Canada, where there is only a huge forest for miles. You must be thinking what is so special about it. But actually, in the middle of those forests, a 12-year-old boy named Don Findrell survived for 12 days. But when the world heard his story, their eardrums burst. How can this be possible? The date is July 15th, 1939. We see Donald's family who are very happy in their small world. But everything is never as it appears. Actually, this is the time of Great Depression. During this period, the stock of America crashed, which affected the whole world, and Donald was also in it. But still, he has come to meet his family. Meanwhile, his two sons, Ryan and Donnie, come running. He was very happy when his father came because he had promised that he would take him fishing when he came back home. But Donald is very worried about his work inside. He talks to his wife about this. She sympathizes with him and says that everything will be fine. You don't need to worry. Meanwhile, we see that both of them always keep fighting over small things. Whenever Donald sees something, he punishes both the brothers by making them wash the car. But even here, they keep fighting. Then he comes to them and stops them and angrily says that if you have to fight, then fight properly. Why are you fighting like children? Saying this, he provokes them a lot, and then Angelina comes there to invite them for dinner, due to which this fight stops here. Now at the dinner table, Donald told that the time is not good right now. That is why there is more work, and he has got less leave. This time he will not be able to go fishing. Instead, he will go for hacking on Mountain Man. Now on hearing this, Donnie got furious because he did not have even the slightest interest in all these things. He even told his father that if he did not want to go fishing, then why did he come here? Angelina was surprised by his behavior. But Donald knew that his son is growing up and such anger is natural. He does not say anything to him. But Angelina goes to Donnie's room and explains to him that your father loves you all very much. He never shows it. Whatever he is doing, he will make you all strong. You will be able to take decisions for yourself. Donnie was a little sensible. That's why he understood. But Ryan was very angry. Actually, he had waited for this day the whole year. Now his father is taking him somewhere else. That's why he is very angry. But what can he do? The next day, he leaves for fishing with his three sons. On the way, we can clearly see that he is more attached to Donnie because he wants him to become strong so that he can stand on his own feet. This is the reason why he never gets emotional in front of her. Now, before leaving, he told his wife that he wanted to take the children for fishing, but he would not be able to spend much time with them like this. He would not be able to understand their nature. That is why he chose the path of hacking, because he does not want to be like his father. He never gave me time, but I want to give time to my children. This is the reason for hacking. After traveling some distance, they meet Henry, who will guide all of them well. Now, when it is night, they find a good place and set up their camp. During this, Henry tells the children a scary story in which there is an Indian spirit who lives on the highest peak here. People believe that if anyone gets lost in this forest, then she takes him in her embrace and makes him like herself. Although Donnie knew that all this was being said to scare him, but he was just a child. That is why he is now feeling scared, and this fear does not let him sleep the whole night. Everyone was ready for the forest hacking. They had to go forward through this forest. During this time, Henry keeps telling different things to everyone so that they do not get scared of all these things. In between, he also keeps telling about the marks on the trees, which meant that they are walking on the right path. Then they saw something coming from above, which gave the message that you have to go up soon because the weather is getting bad, so it is better to return from here. But Donald says that we should go up and see. In a short, while he also understood that he cannot fight the lightning after seeing it. On top of that, he does not have clothes according to this weather. There are children with him too. That is why he told Henry that we should return. Then Donnie said, "Why are you returning now? You were very fond of making us men, so let us remain men today." If Donald wanted to hear this, he would have slapped him right there. But he did not do anything like that and said, "Okay, you can go up. We both are waiting for you guys downstairs with my brother and Henry." Although Ryan did not want to go, but because of Donnie, he also had to go. As these people were climbing up using force, the weather was changing rapidly. But they did not stop and went up. They kept climbing. Now the weather has taken an angry form. Lightning started falling all around, seeing which Henry also got scared. Then Ryan blamed all this on Donnie as usual, due to which both of them also had an argument. During this, he even said that Dad is always upset because of him. This is the reason why he is leaving early this time. Now, on hearing this, Donnie's blood boils. In the same weather in which nothing is visible, he started coming down rapidly. Both of them called out to him and tried to stop, but he did not stop. When some time passed, Henry and Ryan immediately came down and told Donald everything. He immediately asked Henry to contact the ranger. On the other hand, we see Donnie, who is running red with anger. He has no idea in which direction he is going. He is just running, losing his senses. Then his foot fell in the mud. He fell there, and what happens is that Donnie's shoes get stuck in the thorny edge. Now he takes them off. But when his anger calmed down, he realized what a big mistake he had made. That is why he is calling his father. But while running, he has come so far that now his voice is not reaching him. On the other hand, Donald talked to the ranger and told him everything, so all of them started looking for him. But nothing was achieved except defeat. Now it is about to get dark. Everyone came back home tired and exhausted. Donald calls Angelina and tells her everything. But he is not sure whether his son will be found or not, because this forest is very big, and many types of dangerous creatures must be roaming around. After saying all this, he also said that if he had not let him go alone, then today he would have probably been alive. That is, he declared him dead in his mind. But their Donnie is still struggling. That is why his shoes left him, because they have torn. So one of his toes is badly injured. Donnie tore his shirt and put it on it so that the wound does not spread. What should he do now? So he chose the easiest way, which is to pray, because when a person loses everything, then he remembers God. He prayed to God to just take him to his parents, so that he could be a good son to them like Ryan is. From this you can guess how both the brothers think that the other one is better, and in the race to move ahead, they forgot this thing, because the same blood is flowing in the veins of both. If both of them had not fought yesterday, they would have probably been with their father. But what is the use of remembering the past? The news of Donnie's disappearance has now spread everywhere. That is why everyone came forward to help Donald. But this forest is very big. That is why the ranger needs proper planning, in which Donald and the rest of the people help him. Meanwhile, Angelina also reaches there, and the chief says that you people have to keep courage because this work is not easy. Donald said that whenever I bring my sons for camping, I definitely teach them 3 things. First, always stay strong. Second, always keep moving forward with the help of the river because it flows downwards. Maybe it will take you to some settlement. Third, and the most important thing, is to keep the mind calm because the whole game is his. Here, when Donnie opened his eyes in the morning, he did not find anyone around. He liked this feeling very much because now he can do anything without fear of anyone, without any hindrance. Now his dad is also not there. Now he enjoys a lot for a while, but the next moment he starts getting scared of loneliness. He followed what his father said and kept moving forward with the help of the river. But it is not so easy in remembering this thing. The wound on his leg was reminding him again and again, which started rotting with time. What did he do? He tied clothes on both his feet and then started walking again. Now his condition had given up after walking for the last 3 days. Moreover, he did not even eat anything. So he eats some beers kept there, by seeing which you can guess how hungry he is. But his hunger and thirst ended in one go, when he saw a waterfall in front of him, which ended his despair for a while. First of all, he takes a good bath and then sits for some time. He saw something stuck to his feet. Actually, it was a leech which was sucking his blood. He immediately separated all of them from his body. Then he came to know that this forest is beautiful only to look at. In reality, you cannot stay at one place for long inside it. Otherwise, the danger will eat you up. Now, the biggest problem for Donnie was the cold at night, which freezes his blood to a certain extent. That is why he wants to do something to avoid that thing. If he knew how to light a fire, then it would be the easiest way. But maybe this thought has not come to his mind yet, or he does not know how to light a fire in such situations. Meanwhile, at home, Angelina gets an idea, due to which she calls all the news reporters and says that if they run the news of her daughter being missing, more and more volunteers will be able to join in her rescue. All of them agreed, and in this way some more people joined them. 6 days have passed, and that 12-year-old boy is still walking on that jungle, full of wounds. He traveled many miles on his feet. He himself does not know where his destination is. But yes, he has seen something like a shelter today. Actually, it was a hut which might belong to someone living here, who might have got lost like Donnie. He went inside with the hope that he might find someone to help him. But there was only a box, and he found nothing. Apart from that, he did not find anything inside, which there was only one useful thing. It was a barb spoon, which Donnie keeps for catching fish. He tries a lot, but he fails in this task also. So then he used his brain and picked up his shirt and made a net with it in which he finally catches a fish. But not only catching it was the task, but now he also has to eat it, for which he will have to cook it. And for this, he needs fire, which can be lit only with stone at this place, and Donnie is not able to do this work. Tired and defeated, he starts eating it raw. Now here Donnie remembers the moment when his mother used to bring delicious food for him. The whole family used to sit together and eat. But even in that, he used to always throw tantrums, or he used to fight over every small thing and leave. But today he is regretting all his mistakes. He is also missing his entire family a lot, which makes him very emotional. But the truth was that he is still sitting alone in a hut in this deserted forest. On the other hand, his mother is helping those people who have gathered to find him. Some rescuers find a cave, seeing which people guess that maybe Don is inside. Some said that if he goes inside, then it is impossible for him to survive. To check this, someone has to go inside because this crack is very tense. Then Ryan raises his hand and says that I am ready to go. Donald and Angeli start praying, just that there should not be Donnie's dead body inside. Otherwise, they will break down from inside. Now, when Ryan went inside, he saw a dead body, but it was of some animal. That is why he immediately comes out and tells his father that he is still alive. And hearing this, another hope awakens inside them. But after some time, when things calmed down, Ryan realized that if he had not fought with his brother that day, or had not said those things to him, then today he would have been with them. But his father explains to him that this has happened only because of him. If he had stopped him from going up, then perhaps all this would never have happened. Now, 8 days have passed here, but today everything is different. Because today Donnie heard the rumbling of a chopper. But sadly, by the time he could call it, it had gone. But now Donnie has also stopped trying. He has lost hope. Even his body has given up, and that is why he lies there tired. He just closes his eyes. He felt that in front of him is the same Indian spirit, which is standing with its wings around him. But now he is not afraid of him. Rather, he is telling him that he loves his father very much. But when he grew up, his father went away from him, and this thing took me further away from him. But when we were young, he used to tell us stories. All those moments were memorable for me, which I will never forget. From this thing, we can guess how much Donnie is longing to spend some time with his father. But now maybe this can never happen because slowly as time is passing, his mind has also gone out of his control. He is seeing a velvet bed in the middle of this forest. Along with that, his happy family in which he had his sister, his brother, and those beautiful moments. Now everything seems to be over. With this broken hope, Donnie's courage also broke, and he fell there. Maybe this story ended here. But God has something else in mind. Suddenly he saw his father's face, who was telling him that, "Son, come home now." His words seemed to breathe life into Donnie's body. He stands up, and inside, he just feels like trying one last time. He starts walking again. Today again he sees a river in front of him, but on the other side, he sees a woman washing clothes. He knows that this is his last chance. If he doesn't try, he will be separated from his family forever. That is why he screams with all his might, and the lady sees him. But now finally he is rescued. The ranger said that Donnie traveled alone for about 80 miles. In that jungle, he survived by eating only raw fish and wild berries, which is very difficult for any person. But today, finally, he met his family, which was a very emotional moment for everyone, especially for Ryan, because today he finally found his brother. The bitterness between them has ended forever. His father, who was injured during the rescue. When he saw his son, he ignored all his pain and went and hugged him. Because for every parent, their biggest wealth is their child. If something happens to them while they are alive, they die from inside that very day. When the whole world heard this story, No one could believe how this could happen. But Donnie did it.